Hi, future agent for call center. Please like, subscribe, comment down below if you need to, share among your friends, and the most important part, tap the notification bell so you won't miss more information about the call center industry. What is going on, agents for call center? In today's video, I'm gonna show you how you can use the place the customer on hold phone etiquette for your next role play at a call center, and how you can use those expressions to your advantage next time you're taking a role play with the operation manager of that contact center or call center. Let's go ahead and let's get started.
Okay, I'm going to put you on hold for a moment.
When you're taking the role play with the operation manager, you might face three different kind of operation managers. There are going to be operation managers who they already have something prepared. They are going to give you a case, and the main idea is that you can give a solution to that problem. There are going to be other operation managers who they don't actually have a case, but they want to know how good you are in solving or trying to look at solution to problems. And there are other operations managers who they are going to ask you something related to your previous job experiences. For example, they might ask you questions like, can you tell me how you handle a difficult situation at your previous job? And basically those are the three type of operation managers that you might face next time you go to a job interview at a call center. And what I'm going to talk about today, it might help you out next time you're taking a role play because you can take advantage from it. You're going to take advantage from the placing the customer on hold phone etiquette. And the reason why I'm telling you that you can take it to your advantage is because the OM is giving you a case. Just for a moment, let's picture the following situation. The customer calls in and the customer is requesting information about an iPhone. It could be an iPhone, it could be a Samsung, whatever phone, you name it. And your mission is to identify what are the customer's needs and provide the best price. It turns out that you are going to have different prices for the product or the service that you're going to be offering to the customer. But in this scenario, the customer service representative, the idea is to clarify customers' doubt, and on the other hand, the OM, they want to know how you actually going to manage that information. So there are going to be moments in the process of the role play that you're going to feel like doubting. There are going to be moments in the process of the role play where you're going to feel like, should I say this? Should I say that? So, and this is the moment, this is the crucial time where you can use to your advantage the placing the customer on hold phone etiquette. And the reason why I'm telling you this is because I have used it in the past and it had worked really well, especially when I'm going to make sure I understand a point from the customer. So in order for you to place the customer on hold, there are pretty much 4 steps that you need to follow. Number 1, you need to ask for permission. You cannot just going to receive the call and tell the customer, just let me place you on hold, right? You need to request for that permission. You need to be granted in order for you to receive the permission for the customer, and then you do your research. The second step that you need to be aware of is that you need to provide a time frame. The meaning of time frame is the time that is gonna take for you in order to do your research that the customer is requesting from you, right? And then you need to return. This is super duper important, that you need to return in the time frame that you told the customer you're gonna come back. And last but not least, you're gonna thank the customer because of the waiting time. Now, how can you use this in your next role play? One more time, you're given a case. The operation manager gave you a case number, right? And when you are in the role play with the operation manager, you can literally ask the operation manager, hey, may I place you on hold while I do a research on the matter that you have? And that is going to help you out to clarify ideas and clarify doubt just in case you have one. I have been in a situation where I don't know something and I need to look up the information. And being honest with you, I have used the place the customer on hold phone etiquette. And you can use it in your role play as well. The only thing is that while you are with the customer, in this case, is the operation manager, you can basically tell the operation manager to wait for you on the line. And if you do it properly by following these 4 steps, that operation manager is going to hire you. Why? Because you know the placing the customer on hold phone etiquette. And this is something that is gonna save you hundreds of times next time you go to a role play or when you're having a conversation with the customer. Story time. I remember the last time I went to a call center and I went through the whole process. I went with the recruiter, language specialist. I took my grammar exam. I also took my Versant test and my typing skill exam. And there was a moment where I had to take my role play. So I went in and I used placing the customer on hold phone etiquette. I remember pretty much that the role play was about selling a phone. And the main idea was to identify the customer's needs. And I remember also that I had 3 different types of phones. I have a Samsung, iPhone, and Motorola as well. Anyway, the main idea was to identify what was the customer's needs, but in that particular moment, when I was taking the role play, there were a lot of doubts. One of the doubts that I have was in regards to the feature of one of the phone. So because I didn't know that term, I didn't know that vocabulary, I asked the operation manager that at that moment was my customer if he could be able to wait for me on the line for a couple of minutes. And the expressions that you can use are the following. Take a look. Expression number 1. Would you please hold for a moment? And this is the key. Instead of saying for a moment, you can say either 1 minute or maximum 2 minutes. All right, so the expression will be something like this. Would you please hold for a minute or 2? I need to do a quick research about this issue and I'm going to come back in 2 minutes. It will be 2 minutes only. And if you use that in your next role play, the operation manager is going to be super excited because finally has found someone who actually know how to have this phone etiquette by placing the customer on hold. Another expression that you can use is the following. May I place you on hold for 1 minute or 2? I'll get back to you in 1 minute or 2. Either or, you can use these 2 expressions and they are going to help you out a lot next time you're taking the role play. One more time, take these expressions, the placing the customer on hold phone etiquette to your advantage. If you don't know something, if you don't know how to actually answer the question to the OM that at that moment is your customer, the only thing that you need to do is to place the customer on hold. Use placing the customer on hold phone etiquette to your advantage. What you are doing at that moment is taking some time in order for you to look for the information that you need. So if you have a lot of questions, if you have a lot of that at the moment that you are taking the call, that the moment that you are taking that role play, follow the placing on hold phone etiquette. And I promise you, the OM is not gonna be mad at you because he's gonna be delighted since the fact you know how to handle this part of the call flow. And if you don't know what a call flow is, I suggest you to go to this video right here in the car in order for you to have a better idea what is gonna be the right process of a call flow. So one more time, if you have doubts, if you have questions at the moment of the role play, you need to use your placing the customer on hold phone etiquette properly. And during that time, you can ask whatever question to the OM. The OM also is your friend, and the OM is going to help you out if you ask for some help. Remember, the OM is also evaluating the ability that you have communicating with others and communicating with the customer and communicating with the OM, which definitely in the future is gonna be your boss, is crucial for the position that you're looking for in a contact center or call center. So come, just repeat the sentence after me, right? Come. Let's do it. Would you please hold for a minute or 2 while I do a quick research on this issue for you? It'll be 2 minutes. Practice, repeat it as much as possible because remember that fluency is repetition. Let's take a look at the following sentence. May I place you on hold for 1 minute or 2 minutes while I'll do a quick research on this issue for you? May I place you on hold for 1 minute or 2 minutes while I'll do a quick research on this issue for you? May I place you on hold for 1 minute or 2 minutes while I'll do a quick research on this issue for you? It'll be 2 minutes, and the OM is gonna give you the opportunity to place the customer on hold. If you know any other expression to place the customer on hold, let me know in the comments down below. And if you have liked this video, remember to smash that like button, share among your friends, subscribe because it's really important, and tap the notification bell so you won't miss more information about the call center industry. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time. Come.
How may I help you?
Yeah, I bought a product from you guys and it's broken, but it's still under warranty.
Okay, I'm going to put you on hold for a moment.